The divisional round of the NFL playoffs is upon us. Let's start in the AFC with Bills at Broncos. It took some late game heroics for the Bills to end up in this position where they're playing at Denver. The Bills are definitely hurting on offense, a wide receiving core that is thin. The Bills are going to have to rely on James Cook to really get going against a very tough Broncos defense that's given up the second fewest yards per game and had the most sacks of any team in the NFL during the regular season. I really love what Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos have done this season, but I'm not sure that I can trust them just yet until I've seen it in the playoffs. I believe that Josh Allen and the Bills somehow find a way to pull this one out late and advance to the next round. Next up in the AFC, we have the Houston Texans traveling to what's going to be a very snowy New England Patriots. C.J. Stroud has to play a better game than what he showed in the first half last week. He's got to get it together, limit those turnovers, and as long as Houston defense shows up to play, they are going to have a real good chance at winning this ball game. New England, though, is sneaky good on offense. Drake May is solid. I expect him to improve and play better and more consistent in this game against the Houston Texans. Still going to be tough. Texans are the top-ranked defense in the league. They definitely proved that last week against the Steelers. When it's all said and done, I like the boys from Houston to pull this one out and advance to the next round. Moving over to the NFC now, starting with what I think is probably the most intriguing matchup of all of the games this weekend, the Rams at the Bears. So much is being said about the weather. Yes, it is going to be a challenge, but it's a challenge for both teams. Matthew Stafford is an unbelievable quarterback. He has the leadership, he has the experience, and I think that's going to show up this weekend. I still don't have full faith in Caleb Williams at quarterback for the Bears. I still think that they are really going to struggle to produce early on in the game, and if they get too far behind, those fourth quarter comebacks it's not going to happen. Also worry about Ben Johnson, because in a game like this, and especially if the weather does get bad, it's going to come down to special teams. And, well, if Ben Johnson doesn't want to punt, then they can avoid the special team scenario, I guess, and continue to go for it on fourth down. And if that's the case and they have success, the Bears come out on top. However, I think the Rams are too tough. I think they're well built. I think Matthew Stafford is the leader that's going to get them through. I really like how they came back and won last week. I think the Rams go on in advance. And then we have the rematch between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Brock Purdy versus Sam Darnold. Two guys who are not supremely talented at quarterback, but very efficient at finding the end zone and just finding a way to win. However, San Francisco, without George Kittle, they're going to struggle. They're really going to have to depend on CMC to be your be-all guy. He's going to have plenty of touches. He's going to have rest. However, those injuries and those nagging pains he's been having throughout the regular season, I'm just afraid they're really going to catch up with him, and it's just going to be too much. Seattle is good all around. This, I think, could possibly be the best team in the NFL when it comes to an all-around football team. I expect Seattle to continue to dominate and come out on top and really keep it rolling as they head into the next round. A phenomenal slate of games coming up this weekend. Can't wait to see who we're talking about next week. If you made it this far in the video, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate your time. If you would, click that like and subscribe button. Drop a comment down below. Who do you think's going to win this week?